Hello and welcome to the Week in Review, the show that brings you up to date in the week that was. Here are the top stories. Moody's forecast India's GDP growth at 7% from 2014 onwards. AirAsia JV gets clearance from FIPB to fly in India. And Tata Motors tries to woo car buyers. Averting the risk of a downgrade, India's budget has managed to impress Moodys. The credit rating agency said in a note that India's budget is credit positive for its sovereign rating as it pursues fiscal consolidation. Moody said that the government attempt to control fiscal deficit is a realistic effort to correct macroeconomic imbalances. It also said that the worst is over for the country. Though the year 2012 was tough for the country, growth is likely to bounce back to around 7% from 2014. It warned policymakers that any efforts to push India back to double-digit growth without any structural reforms will not work. On Friday, Prime Minister Manmohan Singh also sounded optimistic about India's growth. He said growth can bounce back to 7 to 8% in the next 3 to 4 years. The Foreign Investment Promotion Board has cleared the proposal of AirAsia BHD to start an airline in the country, along with the Tata Group. Last month, AirAsia BHD announced its airline plans along with Tata Sons. The Malaysian company will hold 49% stake in AirAsia India, while Tata Sons and Arun Bhatia of Telestra Trade Place will hold 30 and 21% respectively. Economic Affairs Secretary Arvind Mayaram said that the proposal is as per the FDI policy. An initial investment of 80 crore rupees is required to start the airline. Tony Fernandez, promoter of AirAsia BHD, tweeted that he had selected a CEO for the venture. A drive is currently on to recruit personnel for the airline. Moving on to the auto sector, India's largest automaker by sales, Tata Motors, has slashed prices of all its cars, excluding the Nano. Though it has cut prices on its sedans, the prices of SUVs have been increased. While the price cuts for the cars range from 29,000 to 50,000 rupees, prices of the SUVs rose by 7,500 to 11,000. It has also announced the first ever car buyback by the company. Tata Motors is offering to buy back its Manza sedan from existing customers. It guarantees customers 60% of the purchase price after 3 years on cars bought in the next 2 months. Another automaker, Maruti Suzuki, is planning to suspend production of petrol cars in one of its plants. The company plans to cut inventory amid slowing sales. The production cut at the Gurgaon factory is only for Saturday, the company said. The sales at Maruti Suzuki fell 8% in the month of February. The auto sector is still reeling under a spell of slow growth in sales due to a slowing economy and high interest rates. Next up, some news from the banking world. Standard Chartered has said its pre-tax profit in India fell by 16%. The pre-tax profit dropped to $676 million in 2012 from $804 million in the previous year. Weak corporate sentiment and unfavourable currency movements have affected its earnings. The bank said it is comfortable with its portfolio quality, but vigilant because the economy has not turned around as yet. The fall in the India business's profit was the second largest among the bank's 8 regions. Now some stories in brief. Bharti Airtel may sell a 25% stake in its DTH business. The money-losing satellite television business is estimated to have an enterprise valuation of $1.1 to $1.2 billion. According to Mint sources, no bankers have been hired as of now, although the company has approached some interested parties. Bharti Airtel has declined to comment. The satellite television arm accounts for just 3% of the company's total revenue, with sales of 428 crore rupees. The government's offer to sell 12.5% stake in Rashtriya Chemical Fertilizers got bids for 11.6 million shares at 45 rupees apiece. There are 68.92 million shares on sale, both on the NSE and the BSE. The sale ended today. RCF shares rose 4.2% to 45 rupees on the BSE. The Ministry of Chemicals and Fertilizers, which owns RCF, has fixed the floor price at 45 rupees per unit for the stock sale. Getting on with some aviation news now. Japan's All Nippon Airways has put its talks of a stake sale on hold for a while. The company is looking to purchase a stake in the low-fares airlines SpiceJet and Go Air. The company expects greater clarity on the 2 likely transactions in the airline industry, indicating that overseas investment in an Indian aviation isn't yet a done deal. The other major stake sale in this sector is by Etihad Airways for a 24% stake in Jet Airways. And that's all we have for you today. Thanks for watching.